Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black. Hi, welcome back. I know within the last few videos I do an intro and list off different topics that I cover, but if you're new, check them out. I do quite a big variety. My YouTube channel is as messy as my life, so I spill the tea on several different types of areas. And soon I will be diving more into my small business that I'm creating, building, especially when it comes to my books, greeting cards, and other projects. But okay, anyway, I need to get to, because especially I am the handy-capable Black woman. I was born with a disability. I was mistreated for over 30 years. Well, yeah, by family doctors. I blame the doctors, but yeah, the trauma that I went through for over 30 years, to the point where, I created the Gray Sheep Society. So if you want to check out those episodes, I think I have one up. I recorded another one, so get ready for that one. But yeah, the Gray Sheep is for people who were not appreciated, not loved, not welcomed within the household like they should have. So, but yeah, if you think you're part of it, just you're everyone's welcome, because I feel like if you're not a gray sheep, if you can learn about how some people are treated, maybe I can help create more empathy in the world as well. And that's where I get to this story. Quality of life denied. You can play this video before or after, but please come back to this one for my perspective, because especially having a disability, you do not know. Like, this is disheartening. This is sickening. And it makes me think of Luigi in a lot of ways. It makes me think, why did he do this? Or why did he do what he do? Or, why did he do what he did? Yeah, full past tense, English major. Yeah, anyway. But it makes me have more empathy for him. What he did was wrong. Don't get me wrong. What he did was wrong. I've, I've talked about my horror story because doctors told me the pain was in my head. I was making it up. I was lying and all types of stuff. So getting more evidence of this is, we're being shown how capitalism is more important than people's lives. Money is more important than people's lives. Like, the quality and how people are able to live their lives, being welcomed into society, or having aids that will allow you to be embraced by society, is less important than capitalism. Bonuses are more important than being able to enjoy and smile and love life. This is the point that we're getting to. And then, to me, it's crazy and pathetic, because we are in America. They talk about the American dream, talk about freedom. If you're going to deny someone the ability to make their life a little bit better just because of your, how do I say this? Spoiled, no good, ignorant, naive, selfish, corrupt, idiotic, like non-substance, disgusting, vile human being. Does that do it? Does that do it? I hope so. But it's just so annoying. It's every day we keep being shown how money is more important than our heartbeats, than our daily lives. And some people might be like, oh, well, they can still get into a wheelchair or they can have someone help them. Yeah, that comes from the government. Like for some people with disabilities who can't afford or who don't have family members, there are some programs. And I'm thankful for the people who are in the programs. But at the same time, some of the people who work in the programs, how do I? Okay, yeah, I'll leave that for another subject for another day. I just don't. First, one of the health insurance companies was going to limit how much anesthesia you can get during a surgery. So when I had my major surgery years ago, I had to be put under. My surgeon told me I was one of the most difficult, like when it comes to the type of surgery, the major surgery I had, the surgery where I had to have it, I had no choice. But she said I'm in her top 5 most complicated, difficult of them. Yeah. And this is before I was diagnosed. So some doctors were still blaming me, and some doctors were like, we don't even know how you were able to walk on your leg for this long. We don't know how you were able to do this or do that. How did you work these jobs? How did you get by? How did you do this? How did you do that? I suffered. But I guess America, freedom means suffering so that millionaires can get their bonuses. I guess the American dream is to force people to file for bankruptcy in order to be able to walk upstairs and or be able to grab their soda or diploma or write like a letter to their friend or a birthday card. And some people don't know how expensive these aids are because some of them are highly expensive. And especially since we don't have Medicaid for all, Medicaid for all would fix this problem and so many other issues out there. And okay, you know what? I'm gonna sound like a villain for a couple minutes because, well, this is maybe a villain in my eyes because I did something and I still feel a little guilty, but I feel proud at the same time. Because on your IDs and everything, you can be a organ donor. I was an organ donor for years. I was. I was. Past tense. And then, especially after I was diagnosed, and I've done a lot of research and I've watched a lot of documentaries. When I say I'm 80% nerd, I am 80% nerd. But I remember in one where they state like people with disabilities, some of the medical people out there don't try as hard if they lose us. It's like they'll kind of try to bring us back, but they're not going to try as hard, especially if we're on Medicare, if we're on disability or assistance. They're not going to try as hard because they want our organs. They want to donate our organs so we can help save other people's lives. And you know what? Yes, I one day, like, once that day comes, I will create a letter and give it to a couple of my family members so they know to give that to them. But it depends on, like, I have a list of the circumstances and situations. And I want it to be up for a fair reason, not because, oh, she has a disability. Well, we don't care about her. And some people might say I'm selfish. After everything I've been through in my life, I'm finally being selfish. I'm finally thinking about myself. I used to always care about everybody else. And I used to babysit for free for some of my friends and do like car rides, especially with promotion when I did promotional modeling. Where were they during the nightmare of my walking getting worse? I have never heard from them again. But with everything going on, quality of life has changed, has flipped. Because I have had to do so many things and without so many people. I have I have like some key people in my life. Some people had to learn the hard way and now they feel guilty because they know of something. And the thing is, they don't even know of everything that my mother put me through because like she was real good. Listen to some of my other episodes, you'll understand, but my quality of life was lacking, highly lacking, and everyone thought I was a liar. My quality of life was deteriorating to the point where I would wake up and say, I hate myself, I hate my life. But then once I got that surgery, once I got that diagnosis, they would give me different tests and do different things. And, oh, you need this tool, you need this resource. And oh my gosh, you have 3 degrees. Oh, yeah. Oh, you still want to work? You want to get back into the work world? Okay. So we're going to I have had to apply for so many different disability programs. I'm still looking them up because, yeah, in my 30s, I was denied. Doctors said I was lying for years. So I am now learning about this. And that even like once I have my book website up, I want to have a list of resources for people with disabilities. And I wanted a category categorized by each state. That's going to take forever. But you don't understand what the situation with health insurance. If they do this, like quality, like it kind of reminds me of even with when people get denied with their health insurance of having different procedures and things done, then they have to go to an app or a website in order to beg people for money. So if someone needs, or someone gets amputated and they need the limb and they can't afford it, now they're going to have to go beg for their leg, beg for an arm, beg for, like, to me, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Insurance companies don't care about the quality of life. They care about the quality of their wallet. They don't care about your heartbeat. They care about the heart in their bank account. They want to know how strong that the beat of that decimal point is. They want to see how many zeros are before that decimal. And it's sad and scary at the same time. People keep saying America's number one. Are we when it comes to caring about humanity, empathy for those around us? Because people with disabilities, we already have to fight through enough. We already have to prove that we are human. We already have to figure out, how do I enter this building? How do I do this? And how can I get even hobbies? Like, what resource do I need to buy so that I can still do this? And I've been told by some people, you have a disability, just stay home. You have a disability. Why would you be out in public? You have a disability. Why are you working? You have a disability. Why would you try to do this hobby? You have a disability. Why would you date? What man's going to want you? And with that one, I'm like, you sound like my mother. But We keep saying all lives matter, or like the Republicans, MAGA, keep saying all lives matter, but then society keeps proving. And I just did an episode on this too. I can do so many episodes proving the whole falsehood of all lives matter. Because if all lives mattered, health insurance companies would do anything and everything to keep us alive. They would make sure that cancer patients gets all the treatments and all the things they need so that they can keep their house and get their chemo. And people who have heart attacks and things like that, or some people who they may need to lose weight and stuff, like maybe I I don't want to say too many examples because I can go on, but some people might be like, you're not an amputee, are you? Are you? No, I'm not. Some people might say, you shouldn't be talking about this because you're not one of them. I have the disability flag at the end of each episode for a reason. I have it at the end for a reason. I stand for all people with disabilities. I don't care the type of disability whatsoever. I care about humanity. I care about all people. I try to have compassion and empathy for all. And I have empathy for almost everyone. It's like I step away from certain people because, especially if you love the Confederate flag, okay, yeah, I hope the best for you, but don't talk to me. Yeah, no, no. If you want to call me the N word, step back. No, no, no. So yeah, it's like I will treat everyone like a human. I will, but some people won't get the same type of. And I know some people are gonna like the Christian group that, well, you're supposed to love everyone like thy neighbor. Yes, I understand. And that's the complicated part. And why do I say this? Because I feel like the health insurance companies are now telling us who is worth caring for, who is worth having compassion for, who is worth the financial love, who is worth keeping alive, or if not just keeping alive, who, like I said before, is like walking up the stairs and being independent. For people who has a body part amputated, these limbs, these mechanical limbs, gives them freedom. They are allowed to be more independent. And it's just sad and shocking where we're going. And one reason I brought up the examples with the flag and everything, or the Confederate flag and everything, is it's like for those who agree that artificial limbs should not be included, I hope you're not part of the All Lives Matter crew, because then you're going to have to rethink things, because quality of life should matter, and not allowing someone the chance to be able to have the access so that they, I mean, for some it might help them be able to drive again, or travel and grocery shop and so many other things. And for some, just like fit into society, quote unquote normal again, because a lot of people don't know what we go through. They don't know the ignorance, the hate, the judgment, and or, oh, People with disabilities are lazy. They don't want to do anything. They just want money from the government. Oh, they're so lucky. I wish I was disabled so I could just stay home and not do anything. And I could just watch TV. And I like, if you're one of those, yeah, I'm not saying that I put you on the same level as someone who like believes in the Confederate flag, but you're not too far. You're not too far. I will be honest. But anyway, please, it's like at least do some research. Or, I mean, I'm not going to tell everybody to look up and try to contact someone because that's annoying. That is annoying. Especially sometimes in public, people try to come up to me and interview me or ask me, like, what are you diagnosed with? How did it happen? And it's just like, none of your, but you don't even know me. And at the same time, we have the internet. You guys can, like, even looking up the Special Olympics, seeing the wonderful, beautiful, amazing things many of them are able to do with artificial limbs and without. There were some where I was just like, okay, like I think it was the arrow throwing guy. When I saw him, I was like, ooh, okay, okay, he doing his thing. It's like, and I I follow actually a couple painters who paint with their mouths. They draw and paint with their mouths, and absolutely gorgeous and wonderful and beautiful. They had like each person's different, and I hope one day our country can wake up and realize that Medicaid for all is vital and important, and those with disabilities, how much we need. Because, like I said, you guys have no idea the fight I have had to have in order to try to get my life back in order. I'm still working on it. I am still working on it, and it's frustrating and annoying, but I'm doing it. And a lot of people who judge, oh, you guys just stay at home and you do nothing. You don't know many of us. I'm still getting used to because all the years doctors told me nothing was wrong with me, that I was making up in life. Sometimes I still say like them, and I'm like, no, us. Hello. Anyway, like you don't know what we go through. You don't know like the physical therapy and the medications and the routines that we have to go through, the research and then the programs and the training of different things and the financing for the equipment that we need in order to try to like be at our best. Because yeah, it's like some people think, oh, all you need to do is buy one of those. You can do that. You can save up for that. Well, we also have to pay bills and different things as well. And also that there might be other equipment at home too, especially I said physical therapy. Some of it happens at home. For me, a lot of it happens at home. But anyway, I'll end it here, but please listen to that video. And now I feel like I'm going to have to write a letter to some politicians. Not, yeah, I wrote Biden a few times, but now that you know who's going to be in there, I'm like, nope, I'm not writing him. But I have a list of other people who I would love to write and see what can we do? How can we fix this? What needs to change? How can we have a country that actually cares about us? How can we have a country where we actually feel free? Because if if health insurances do this, and before, like one of them was trying to limit anesthesia, what else are they going to try to do? They care more about their bank accounts. They care more about their stocks. They care more about their bonuses than your heartbeat, than your livelihood, than how are you going to survive even after you pay the monthly charge, the monthly fee for your health insurance. They do not care. So, with all of that, thank you so much for listening to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handicapable. But most importantly, I am human, and you're human too. Yes, I was just thinking, like, which icon should you guys put in the messages? Wow. Hmm, maybe your favorite dessert. If you're gonna find an emoji of your favorite dessert, or maybe one of your favorite hobbies, because a lot of people think that people with disabilities don't do much. So if you can find, because even with my novels, I want to find a way to have copies in Braille. Like, I have a long list of different things I want to do for my projects. It's like for some of my children's books, I can't because it goes over colors and things like that. But with Princess London, her series, I can try to get in Braille. And also, like, I want to do like ebooks and audiobooks too. So, but that means I have to save money. So that means I have to finish up my novel and more children's books and get the greeting card business together. I have a lot of stuff I need to do. But when it comes to the livelihoods for disabilities, I am trying to do what I can do. And I just hope more people out there start realizing how our country needs to wake up. And yes, that means be woke. And some people are like, oh, you're brainwashed. You know what? I see the reality of my life, and I see the ableism, the racism, the sexism that I go through on a regular basis. And I will be talking about Wicked pretty soon because, especially Nessa Rose, some people want to write the most ableist, awful, cruel things to the actress. And in other, like, I've seen some awful ones in other random places too. But if you guys are going to treat the disability community this badly, what did we ever do to you? Why would you be so heartless? And I'm only talking about you if it's you. So I'm not talking about everyone, just the people who have decided to do that. So I'll end it there. But yeah, I'm going to be talking a lot about the mistreatment of women and disabilities and Black, well, basically everything that describes me, everything that our country seems to hate. I'll talk to you later. Bye.